So I don't know if you've ever heard of a cheapopotamus. That's what I am. So you've seen your first cheapopotamus. Yeah, we picked this puppy up. It has the most features for the price of any other table saw that we found. So I know a lot of people I've seen review these things. They expect the world for something under 300 bucks, and I don't have those unrealistic expectations. It's a portable table saw, and it's got a lot of features, and if you use it right, I believe it will do the trick for us. So excited to open this thing up and see if all the parts came with it. This is a Kobalt, that is the Lowe's brand, and the floor model looked really nice. So I bought it online. I bought a coupon online for Lowe's, and then I purchased the saw, so I got a little bit extra off. Unfortunately, the customer service at Lowe's sucked, but once I got a hold of the manager, it was a lot better. Wow, some assembly required. So I'm excited. I guess we'll put this thing together and we'll show you what it looks like. It even came with a stand. It's pretty sweet. So give me a minute, we'll have this puppy slapped together and we'll show you what it looks like and what features it has. Alright, so about an hour later, and we have ourselves a table saw. Really happy with the way it looks, believe it or not. It turned out like the floor model at Lowe's. Very surprising. We must have done something right, or we just did the same thing Lowe's did wrong. Whatever it is, happy with the way it turned out. So just to talk to you about a few of the features that it has, still got all the little foam pieces all over it. It's got a lot of nice little features for a cheap table saw. It's got the extension out of the back for when you're pushing wood through. It basically extends the table, it gives you more support. That slides in and out. Obviously you have the fence, which has double locking on either side to slide back. It's actually pretty sturdy. There are a lot of plastic components, but I like the way it slides. It slides smooth, and it seems to lock pretty true. I'll be squaring this edge when I make cuts because I'll want to make sure that it is square, but it seems to be pretty good. Another nice little feature, Lowe's engineers thought of some good stuff, is the handle on the fence is actually the push stick as well. So a really convenient spot for you to keep your push stick. Easy enough. You shouldn't lose it that way. Another nice feature is the rip capacity. The right hand rip capacity is 30 inches on this. I believe the left hand is 16 inches. Both sides are really quite big. So the other nice feature about this that is really amazing for the price point is by pulling this little lever down here, you unlock the extension and you can pull this out to 30 inches. That's pretty amazing. It really gives you a lot of extra space. So a 30-inch right-hand rip capacity is just, I mean, that'll give us a lot of freedom if we have to rip anything. So it's relatively easy to operate too. This lever here just folds up for unlocking and down for locking. So we slide it right back in. Pretty straightforward. The saw itself, we'll see how well it handles all the different wood that we put through it, but we're not cutting anything extreme, so I don't expect it to get bogged down. It is 5,000 RPM, which is up there with the $400 or $500 saws as well, so for 250 bucks, not too bad. A lot of little features with this. I mean, it's got the obvious table saw features, which is the height adjustment, the angle adjustment if you want to do bevels. It's got a really easy blade protection system and anti-kickback pull. So really simple to put on and off. Makes it easy to change. The leveling screws around the blade guard are really nice as well. So not much to it. There are a lot of plastic parts, but I mean, it's the 21st century, so a lot of what we get has plastic parts these days. That's the brakes. But all in all, happy with it. Another super nice feature, one of the reasons we bought it, is obviously it's considered a portable table saw. It's about 80 pounds or so. And I bought this online for store pickup, but I looked at the model, the floor model, for the first time before actually going through with the transaction. And the ability of it to fold up and roll around was really what sold it to me. It's pretty awesome. All you have to do is push the unlock button and it rolls right up. And then the button locks at the top position, so now you can roll it around really easily. Super nice feature. I love it. And to unlock it, you just keep it on the ground. You press the unlock button, the wheels will roll out a little bit. That means it's unlocked. And you push it down. How nice is that? Don't have to pump some heavy piece of machinery around. I'm pretty stoked about that. So in terms of portability, it's doing just what the name says it's supposed to. So got everything we need for cross cuts, rip cuts. We're pretty much set. No real complaints yet, but we'll see how it works. We'll give you an update. It turns on. Sounds good. So yeah, not much else to this thing. Like I said, we'll give you an update after we've been using it for a while. I'm really proud of Lowe's, being that they gave us the complete setup. There weren't any missing screws, missing hardware. Everything that was supposed to be in the box was in the box, and nothing was damaged. From the big box stores, that's pretty impressive. Doesn't always happen that way with my experience. So real proud of them. Good job. Kudos to Lowe's and Kobalt. So that's it for our Kobalt table saw. If you have any questions, just leave us a comment. We'd be happy to try to answer. And we'll give you an update after we get some use out of this thing. So we've had a little more time to use it and still very happy with it. Once again, the price was right for the cheap hippopotamus. So all happy campers here. It's doing the job and it's doing it just fine. We're making some pieces that are going to be used for the window frame in the bus. And these pieces are a little in depth. They involve a few different cuts on it. So we're cutting all the 2x4s to length right now. So we were doing all our cross cuts. I'm in the middle of ripping the 2x4s down to 2.5 inches wide right now. And you can see all the different angles on this 2x4. There's a couple things that need to happen in order for us to be able to fit these in based off of all the dimensions of the windows in the bus. But the table saw is handling it just fine. We've got quite a few cuts under our belt, and I will say that for what it's worth, the fence is doing really well. It does pay off to measure it from the blade in the front and back, square it up a little bit, but once it's down, it seems to be set. I haven't had any issues with the fence moving on me at all, and so far there's really no complaints. The pole in the back is a little bit flimsy, and it does make it a little difficult on a couple of the rip cuts. I kind of have to force it through, but I mean, really, I've been on a few table saws and it seems to be a pretty common problem. So I don't see it as a fault of this saw in particular. And let me tell you that transporting this thing is a breeze. It's actually one of my favorite parts about the saw. Transporting this is just great. The sides of the table saw have a bunch of nooks and crannies for all the little attachments for the fence and for your little push stick, everything. All in all, for I think we got it for 260 bucks. I couldn't be happier, and it is making my life easy getting pieces done for the bus. So if you are looking for a decent table saw for a good price, I personally recommend this table saw. It's served me well thus far, and I don't foresee any issues happening with it. It's just got so many features for the price. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're interested in seeing weekly bus videos and more tool reviews. Thanks for watching.